Good morning, everybody. Dear students, from the previous classes, you have learnt about the classification of plant kingdoms. As you know, the living organisms on the Earth planet exhibits differences. The differences among the animals are also found, and also the resemblances are seen among the animals. So the classification of animal. So today I am going to explain the classification of animal kingdom. Okay. The animals, in spite of differences in the structure and form of the different animals, there are fundamental features common to various individuals in relation to the arrangement of cells, body symmetry, nature of coelom, pattern of digestive, circulatory and reproductive system. These features are used as the basis of animal classification, and some of them are discussed here. First, I will discuss about the levels of organization. Levels of body organization. Levels of body organization. Mainly, the animals exhibits three types of body organization. They are cellular grid of body organization, tissue grid of body organization, and organ grade of body organization. Cellular grade of organization. As you know, the body of living things are made up of fundamental structural and functional units which are known as cells. And the arrangement of cells among the animals are not unique. There are some differences among the animals with respect to the body organization or cellular organization or cell arrangement. If you take the example of sponges, the first group of animals, the primitive group of animal, the sponges, which includes that means they comes under phylum Porifera. Sponges, in the body of the sponges, cells are arranged as the aggregates of cells. So in the body of sponge, the cells appears as aggregates of cells. And in the body of the cell, sponges, the cells performs all the living activities, all the life activities. We cannot find any tissues or organs in the body of sponges. Hence, the body organization sponges are known as cellular grade of body organizations. Cellular grade of body organizations. In higher animals, for example, coelacanths and chelopods, For example, cylinders and ctenophores. Cylinders includes jellyfishes, okay, then corals, etc. And ctenophores includes comb jelly or sea walnuts. Okay, in the body of cylinders and ctenophores, the cells which are involved or which perform similar functions are aggregated to form tissues. And each type of tissues is specified to perform specialized function. So in the body of cylinders and ctenophores, we can find out the tissues. Tissues are found in the body of cylinders and ctenophores. Therefore, the body organization in cylinders and ctenophores are tissue grade of organization. So here also we cannot find any organs in their body, and this tissue performs all the life activities in their body. And from cylinders onwards, that means from platyhelminthes onwards, platyhelminthes includes flat worms, and in all other higher organisms, the body organization is organ grade of body organization. So in the body of higher organisms, different types of cells and tissues are aggregated to form an organ. They construct the organ, and each organ is specific to perform specialized function. They are specific. The function performed by one organ do not perform by the other organ. So, in the higher organisms, organs which is associated with the system, that is organ system, they are aggregated to form body of the animal. Hence, so in the higher organisms, the body organization is organ grade of body organization. So during the classification of animal kingdom, so this point will be considered. Level of the body organization. The next point is body symmetry. Next point, or the another point that would be considered during the classification of animal is the body symmetry. For example, sponges, asymmetrical type of body symmetry. The body is asymmetrical. Because this body means it is the aggregate of cells. The cells are aggregated. To form construct its body. Then radial symmetry. Body of some other animals, for example, cylinders, then echinoderms. The body has, or it shows radial symmetry. That means the body plan which passes through the central axis of its body divides the body of animals into two identical halves. So this is known as radial symmetry. This type of symmetry is known as radial symmetry. Now look at this diagram here, which is drawn. So here the body plan, this plan, when it passes through the central axis of its body, it divides the body of this animals into two identical halves. If the body plan passes through this central axis in this plan, if you cut the animal in this plan, then also we will get the two identical halves. Such a type of body symmetry is known as radial symmetry, and radial symmetry is found in coelentrates, then echinoderms, coelentrates and echinoderms. Bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry. The plan of the body passes through the central part of the axis or central axis of the body. When the plan passes through the central axis of the body, if it divides the body into two halves only in one plane, then it is two equal halves on one plane, then it is said to be bilateral symmetry. So it is exhibited by flatworms and other groups of higher animals. Other higher groups of animals. So this is an example, this is a diagram for the bilateral symmetry. If the body plan passes through, when the body plan passes through the central axis of this animal body, it divides identical left and right halves, in one plane. So such a type of body symmetry is known as bilateral symmetry. Next point is animals can be classified. Animals can also be classified on the basis of the layers of tissues, layer of cells present in their body wall. That is diploblastic and triploblastic. So in the embryo, if you study the embryo of the animals, in the embryo of the animals, the embryo of some animals are having two layers. The outer layer, which is known as ectoderm, and inner layer endoderm. ectoderm, endoderm. The outer ectoderm, outer layer is known as ectoderm, and inner layer is known as endoderm. The outer ectoderm and inner endoderm are separated by a non-cellular layer, known as mesoglia. Known as mesoglia. Animals with two-layered body wall are known as diploblastic animals. Diploblastic animals. For example, coelacanths. Coelacanths are diploblastic animals. It's a body wall or its embryo body wall or embryo wall has two layers, the outer ectoderm and inner endoderm, and this outer ectoderm and inner endoderm are separated by a non-cellular layer known as mesoglia. And all other higher group of animals are triploblastic animals. They are triploblastic animals because the embryo of these animals of these animals are having three layers. It is not two layers. They are having three layers. The outer layer is known as ectoderm. And inner layer endoderm. And in between outer ectoderm and inner endoderm there is a middle layer known as mesodermal layer. Mesoderm, middle layer is known as mesoderm. Okay, examples: Platyhelminthes, then Ascahelminthes, then Annelids, Arthropods, Echinoderms, and Chordates. So all these animals are triploblastic animals. Triploblastic animals. Coelom. Coelom means it is a cavity or body cavity present between the body wall and gut wall. It is the cavity. Coelom means it is the body cavity between body wall and gut wall. Body wall and gut wall. And the body cavity is usually lined by mesoderm or mesothelium. It is lined by mesoderm or mesothelium. When a body cavity is lined by this mesothelium or mesothelial cells or cell layer, then it is said to be coelom. Animals which are having coelom are known as coelomates. For example, annelids, then arthropods, then molluscs, then echinoderms and chordates. So all these animals are coelomates because the body cavity found in their body is coelom. But if you take the example of flatworms, flat animals, the coelom is absent in their body. We cannot find the body cavity. Therefore, fatty helminths are known as acoelomates. Fatty helminths are acoelomates because coelom is absent. Body cavity is absent in their body, hence they are acoelomates. In Ascahelminthus, the body cavity is there between its body wall and its gut. There is a cavity here also. However, this cavity cannot be called as coelom because this cavity is not lined by mesothelium or mesoderm. This cavity is not lined by mesodermal epithelium. Therefore, it is known as pseudocoelom. Pseudocoelom means it is no doubt it is a body cavity. Cavity is there. However, it is not lined by mesothelium. Therefore, this type of body cavity is known as pseudocoelom. Pseudo means P-S-E-U-D-O. Pseudo means false. False cavity or false coelom. Okay. So, on the basis of this body cavity, that means on the basis of presence or absence of this body cavity, the animals are categorized into coelomates, acoelomates and pseudocoelomates. Coelomates, acoelomates and pseudocoelomates. Okay. Body segmentation. segmentation, division. The body of some animals are divided externally as well as internally into many number of ring-like structures or divisions, and these divisions are known as segments or metameres. Segments or metameres. The body of some animals are divided into many number of segments or metameres. In few animals, the segmentations are external, only it is external, and in many of the animals with the body segments are having externally and internal segmentation. That means, so the body cavity as well as body wall is divided into many number of segments, and these segments are also known as metameres. For example, earthworm. Most of us are familiar with this earthworm because we have seen the earthworm in the damp soil, in the upper layer of the soil. And if you observe the body of earthworm, you can find many number of segments, many number of body divisions, and in the body of earthworm, the divisions are also found inside the body. Their body cavity, that is coelom, is also divided into many number of partitions or segments. They are known as true segments. They are known as true segments or metameres. Okay. Then the next point is notochord. Notochord. The notochord means it is a solid cord which is derived from mesoderm. A solid cord which is derived from mesoderm, and that runs dorsally from the anterior to the posterior part of the body. So, notochord means if you consider the body of fish, okay, embryo of fish or body of an animal, okay, the notochord is present along the mid dorsal line from anterior to the posterior region. The solid cord which is known as notochord. In the chordates, in higher chordates, the notochord is found only during their embryonic stage. During the course of development, growth and development, the anterior part of this notochord will be developed into brain, and the posterior remaining portion of this notochord will be developed into anterior portion of this notochord will be developed into cranium. Cranium means it is the brain box. Cranium means it is the brain box which covers the brain and gives protection to the brain, and remaining portion of this notochord will be developed into skeletal system, axial and appendicular skeletal system. When the notochord is present in the animals, and then these animals are said to be chordates. These animals are held to be chordates. In lower animals, the notochord do not exist, do not found, and such animals are known as non-chordates. Non-chordates. The examples for chordates: fishes, amphibians, reptiles, eels, means birds, and mammals. Amphibians, mammals, and protochordates. They are also chordates. The non-chordates are all invertebrates, from sponges to echinoderms. From sponges to echinoderms, they are known as non-chordates because in their body notochord is absent. So these are some important points which will be considered for the classification of animals. So let me repeat once again. The animals are mainly classified on the basis of some fundamental features which they share, and these features are arrangement of cells, body symmetry, then the nature of coelom or coelom, pattern of digestive, circulatory and reproductive system. Symmetry, whether their body is diploblastic or triploblastic, whether the coelom is present or absent, if the present, and segmentation, body segmentation, and the presence or absence of notochord. The animals can be classified into different categories. Okay. Now I will start with the classification of animals. Classification of animals. Kingdom, Animalia, which includes all types of animals. Okay, and Kingdom Animalia is divided into cellular grade of body organization. Divided into animals with a cellular grade of organization. And animals with tissue. And organ grade of body organization. Cellular grade of example for the cellular grade of organization. Example for the animals with the cellular grade of organization is sponges. Example for the animals with the cellular grade of organization is sponges, and animals with the tissue or organ grade of organizations are further divided into animal with radial symmetry. Animals with radial symmetry and animals with bilateral symmetry. Animals with bilateral symmetry. Okay. So animals with radial symmetry are coelacanths, and pteropods. Animals with the bilateral symmetry are once again divided into three types: acoelomates, pseudocoelomates, and coelomates. Animals without coelom are acoelomates. Flatworms, Platyhelminthes. Animals with pseudocoelomates are nematodes or Ascahelminthes. Nematodes comes under phylum Ascahelminthes. Then animals with true coeloms are coelomates, and this includes Annelida, annelids, arthropods, then molluscans, echinoderms, then hemichordates and chordates. Hemichordates and chordates. So these are all coelomates, animals with true coelom or body cavity. So out of these coelomates, the annelids, arthropods, molluscans, and echinoderms are non-chordates or invertebrates because in their body notochord is absent in their body. Then hemichordates and chordates are known as chordates because embryo of their body has notochords. It has notochords. So this is about the outline classification of animal kingdom.